Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
We begin with breaking news this evening. One student is now suspended and charged with possession of a concealed weapon after bringing a BB gun to Discovery Middle School. Fargo Public Schools sent out a statement saying a tip was phoned in by a parent to the Discovery Middle School office that their child suspected that another student had a gun in a backpack. School leaders searched the suspected student's locker, finding a CO2 BB gun in the student's backpack. The BB gun was not loaded. The student's parents were contacted after the student was removed from class. Officials say the student made no threats of violence prior to or during the investigation. School leaders at Horizon West Elementary School say there was a brief lockdown due to a student dealing with emotional distress. Officials say the building was placed on lockdown and law enforcement called to assist. At the same time, an ambulance was called to the school for an unrelated medical emergency. All students were safe, instruction continued, and the incident was resolved successfully. A Fargo mom is asking for your help after her car was stolen from her apartment's parking lot last night. The theft only adds to a year of loss for the woman after her son, 7-year-old Jason Devine, was killed just 9 months ago in a drunk car accident. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter, Bailey Hurley, talked with a woman today who says this is about more than just a stolen car.
It's only about a 30-second walk.
So somebody had to have been watching, which makes me feel uneasy even more.
Kristen Sandy's fiance starting her car, walking down the apartment stairs to grab Sandy and the kids, and then making their way outside. But that 30 seconds was all it took. Sandy's car now nowhere to be seen.
To every other person, it's just a car. But to me, it has more sentimental value than anything.
To call Sandy's 2019 a tough one is quite the understatement.
You have your days, you have your moments where, you get the highs and then you feel the lows and then you think about Jason and just every emotion in between.
Losing her 7-year-old son, Jason, and having a close call with her 5-year-old son, Brandon, Sandy says last night's incident was the last thing she needed.
That car was everything to me, the last thing that I have of my grandpa. And the fact that somebody could just be so cold-hearted in a matter of seconds, minutes, and poof, it's gone.
Along with car seats, inside were both Sandy's grandfather's cross as well as Jason's. Two things she says makes her feel like she's protected.
That's the cross that he was holding when he was up in the hospital bed. So, it means a lot to me. It really does.
Sandy says with 2 decals like this in her back window, as well as 3 other stickers, her white Camry shouldn't be hard to spot, and is hoping for at least one happy ending in a year full of loss. In Fargo, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
Sandy says she's offering a $500 reward for the return of her car. If you have any information on this case, you're urged to call dispatch at 451-7660. We're moving in the right direction, but it sure doesn't feel like it. The wind is a little harsh today. Let's find out about this evening in No Wait Weather. Hutch?
Yeah, we have a few clouds out there, but temperatures have been rising throughout the afternoon hours, and they continue to do so as we take a look at temperatures across the valley. It is 8 degrees in Grand Forks, 11 in Badette, so we're coolest from the Red River Valley and points east into Minnesota. How about Jamestown? Devils Lake in the 20s, and it's in the 30s in Bismarck and Minot as that warm air just out to the west. But factor in that wind that you just spoke of, Andrea, and it feels like it's below zero here still in the valley. So bundle up, a little cool, a little breezy. Those winds should start slowing down a little bit, but not until after bedtime. So if you're heading out to church tonight or out to any outdoor activities, make sure you're covering the old ears. And I've got to tell you, we do have some quiet weather in the future, but not necessarily hot weather. I'll have details on what your Thursday holds, and we'll look ahead toward the holiday travel forecast here in just a few minutes.
If it's a warm-up, we're good with it.
Anything warmer than sub-zero, I say I agree.
All right, thank you. A 27-year-old man is now in jail after police say he started a Bible on fire inside a Walmart in order to cause a distraction so he could rob the store. Officials say Andrew Els is charged with felony arson and endangering by fire. Police say Els is caught on camera wearing a camouflage ski mask in the Bismarck Walmart, then going behind some boxes in the garden center. That's where a fire appears. The affidavit doesn't explain why he used a Bible in starting the fire. Els is then seen leaving the store through an emergency exit. Officials say damages are estimated at around $300,000. A company from New Jersey is suing North Dakota for the state's new anti-spoofing law. The new law makes it illegal to alter or disguise the phone number that shows up on caller ID and carries a maximum punishment of a year in jail and a $3,000 fine. Officials say the New Jersey company sells caller ID spoofing services and believes the law is unconstitutional. They are also asking a federal judge to stop North Dakota from enforcing it. The state's Industrial Commission has approved a more than $2 million research grant to go to the University of North Dakota, specifically to the school's petroleum engineering program. Governor Doug Burgum says such programs help ensure the long-term health of the industry. The grant will fund research activities for 15 students and faculty. There will soon be another addition to downtown Fargo. A new parking garage is coming to the corner of 4th Avenue North and Broadway. The first phase of the project is a 6-story garage with 369 parking spaces. Plans for the garage include space for a Fargo Police Department substation and a parking office.
Downtown Fargo is a regional hub for arts, entertainment, and commerce. We are one of the top downtowns in the United States. So when people come through this area, they check that off their bucket list because this is one of the places to be.
The project has been called Mercantile in homage to the 4-story brick structure, which was built in 1909 for Fargo Mercantile Company, which was a wholesale grocer. That building was demolished in 1966. Governor Burgum announced today that manufacturing and business operations for the popular Lulzbot brand of 3D printers are being relocated to Fargo. In November, Fargo Additive Manufacturing Equipment 3D LLC, or FAME 3D, acquired all assets with the objective of moving all business functions to Fargo. 13 of the original employees will be relocating to Fargo, and FAME 3D plans to hire 50 new employees as soon as possible for light assembly, customer service, support, and other positions with training offered. A new report shows Fargo is the place to be if you're looking for a job. ZipRecruiter identified the markets based on things like number of job postings, average number of job openings per job seeker, and median wage. The report says the number of job postings is growing fastest in Fargo because of local universities, a high-level hospital, and one of Microsoft's largest corporate campuses. The results are in. Today we are learning how much was raised in the Red Kettle Ringing Challenge between the off-duty law enforcement, realtors, and off-duty firefighters. And the number is over 68,000. These groups rang hundreds of hours over the course of 3 days during the Red Kettle campaign to raise money for the programs that the Salvation Army in Fargo offers.
Everybody is very generous at giving. I mean, you see someone come in and feel bad and say, oh, I don't have any more dollar bills. Can I give you coins? Every bit helps. But then all of a sudden you see someone come with that $20 or $50 or $100 bill, and you're just absolutely surprised seeing them stuff it in the kettle.
The FM Area Association of Realtors won this year's competition by raising over $31,000. But overall, the Salvation Army says the bell ringing campaign is behind pace. And this reminder, the Bison football team will be at home this weekend competing against Montana State Bobcats. The game starts at 1, live from the Fargo Dome, and you can watch it on ESPN2. Also, don't forget to tune in for the Farmers Union Insurance Bison football pregame show at noon on KVLY. And then at 10:30 Sunday morning, you can catch the Coaches Show with Matt Entz on KX4. And if you're still looking for tickets, you're in luck. NDSU officials have announced more tickets are now on sale for Saturday's playoff game. To buy them, you can visit gobison.com/tickets. The Bison ticket office will also be open in the south lobby of the Shack from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. through Thursday, or you can call 1-888-231-6378. Reserved tailgating passes will be on sale from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. today and tomorrow in the Bison ticket office.